You've arrived. Welcome to your doom. Or as some people call it, Sterling Spooky Scary Stories. Woo! Are you ready to begin the haunting? The scariest stories you're ever going to hear in your life. You're gonna be so spooky, spooked. You're going to pee yourself, trust me. So let us sit down and begin. Oh, I need to pull the camera down. Alright. Come on. Just go down. Jesus. Oh, how's that? Yes, welcome back. But before we begin, come to me, my pet. Oh, Jesus. Ow. Oh my god, he flew in too fast. Oh god. It's my pet. Look how cute he is. Woo! Woo! Ah. Let us begin. He decided to cooperate. We put him on my shoulder. I don't know. I put some candles in the background too. Look how spooky that is. Woo! I wrote a couple short stories that I wanted to share with everybody, and I thought it'd be funny because it's like Halloween soon. I don't know. This is going up before Halloween's, and I don't have like a creepy big book, but I do have a creepy big iPad. 21st century girl things. Alright, so my iPad's not charged, so I'm gonna have to tell the scary stories from the haunted iPhone. God. Alright, let's get into the scary stories. The first story I'm bringing to you is called The Highest Point in the Tree. I was only 3 years old when I first met the Raven. He would sit in my windowsill at night and whisper to me in my sleep. I could never quite remember what it was he would say to me, or why I was chosen to bear the knowledge that he shared. As the years went by, I started to see my small town dwindle to only a handful of folks. Mostly those whose livelihoods depended on their tether to this place. The farmers, the market shop owner, the schoolmaster, etc. Those who left never really did. You could say they technically left the borders of the town, but never alive. Their bodies shipped to the wastelands out south to become one with the earth yet again. Their bodies turned to dust and devoured by the creatures that inhabited the lands. I think the Raven liked it this way. I never knew why he methodically did what he did. I would ask, but he would only say, "It's our secret, but only mine to know until it's your time," whispered to me in an unearthly language. The people in the town pretended not to know. They would keep their heads down and go about their business. One day, the farmer's daughter had been chosen and her body torn to pieces. You could hear the wails of the poor girl echo through the town, piercing your mind with her pain. The farmer wept for nights, mourning the loss of his next of kin. He would stumble through town, begging to be seen, but the people would turn their heads or duck into stores to avoid his gaze. I walked up to him in the middle of town and rested a hand on his shoulder, attempting to put at peace his lost soul. The voice burned in my head. "It is not your time. You must not interfere or face the consequences." It was unmistakably the Raven. The low, guttural, unnatural sound echoed through my skull. I unclasped my hand from the bony shoulder, and the man erupted into flames. No screams, no pain, just nothing. I ran out of town as fast as I could, with tears flying past my cheeks. Once I realized how far I had gone, I stopped, resting myself on the rickety wooden fence that marked our town's stake in this world. I tried to catch my breath as I wiped clean my eyes. I turned around to look at town, and there it was. The Raven. Sitting atop the fence post adjacent to my face, piercing my soul with its dead, black eyes. "We meet again," it cawed. I dropped to my knees. "What are you? You followed me my whole life, yet I don't know why. Please, just tell me." The Raven's giant wings unfolded and it hovered into the air, seemingly controlling the world around it, and it disappeared. The Raven would consume my thoughts day in and day out for what felt like the rest of my life, the unnerving knowledge that it was out there, and it could enter my mind as it pleases. The unknown as to exactly what it was. I could never truly live my life, afraid of what the Raven would say or do to me. I kept my head down, and slowly the world around me became more barren. I stopped noticing how the people of the town would no longer be shuffling through. I didn't see the market store crumble into the past. I didn't see the home that I once knew. It was leveled to the ground beneath my feet. I could stare off for miles around, seeing nothing in my line of sight. What once was no longer. What had I done? Where had it all gone? The moment I lived in was always the future. But what happened to the present? As I turned around to examine the surroundings once more, I saw one thing remain. There it was, in the highest point of the tree, and I knew next that the raven would come for me. So, what did you think? Oh my god. Alright, spooky. I'm getting the chills. Ooh. I wrote this and I knew what was going to happen, but like, boy, gee, I got scared. Alright, are you ready for the second one? Oh my god. Get under the covers, guys. This is spooky. Woo! Alright, the second one. This one has no title. Here we go. It says, sliced cheese, mustard, mayonnaise, 2 things of toilet paper. That's it. Toothpaste. Wait. This is my grocery list. Never mind, sorry. that's so awkward. That was my grocery list. Alright, here we go. The scary story. This one's called Plimbos. I always hated the flickering of those highway lights. Over and over and over. All too distracting on a late night drive like this. My brain was wandering and losing focus of the road ahead. I probably needed something to eat, but I hadn't seen anything for miles. That's when I noticed a light out of tune with those of the highway. Unmistakable as nothing other than a fast food dive in the middle of nowhere. The sign looked pretty old and some of the lights were blown out, but I'm pretty sure the name of the place was Limbo's? Well, it's better than anything else, I thought to myself, and I drove off into the next exit. As I got closer, I saw that the first letter of the restaurant name had gone dark. Plimbos. The broken sign said Plimbos, not Limbos. Huh. Weird name, but whatever. So I pulled up to the drive-thru and I read the menu. A number 1. Cheeseburger, small fry, medium drink. Not really enough food. I also saw that they had a supersized meal, or I could just get like 2 cheeseburgers maybe? Well, I sat there for longer than I thought, and I realized that no one had said anything from the other side of the speaker box. I waited a little longer. Because I'm pretty patient, I'm not really one to yell at any other kind of worker. But a couple more minutes had passed by, so I decided to initiate. Hello? Is anyone there? The speaker crackled. You're back, the disembodied voice said with a light enthusiasm. You're back, I thought to myself. That's strange. Maybe they meant welcome back? I decided to brush it off. I placed my order, 2 cheeseburgers, a medium fry, no salt, and a large Dr. Pepper. A nice-looking woman handed me my bag of food with a customer service smile, and I drove off. I got back on the highway, but couldn't shake the strange feeling that place gave me. I mean, I've never even heard of that place to begin with. Guess it's some kind of local joint or something? I forgot all about the strange restaurant and was driving for some time again. The moon seemed as though it was stuck in one place. Driving long distances at night usually messed with my mind like that. I felt myself dozing off more than usual, though, swerving from lane to lane, and I figured I could go for another quick stop for some caffeine. Just up ahead, a towering neon sign in the air. Plimbos. This place must be more popular than I thought. I mean, it wasn't bad last time, so why not? I pulled into the familiar drive-thru with the same ratty old speaker box. The paint chipped on the side, just like the last one. Again, it seemed like forever and no one said a word from the other side. I didn't feel like waiting this time. Anyone there? I questioned. You're back. That same voice. I swear it was. It even had the same optimistic tone. What do you mean, you're back? I've never been here, I stammered. Of course, sir. What can I get for you? I need a large black coffee, please. Hot. I drove up to the window and stared in disbelief. The same kind-looking woman. The same cheesy customer service smile. The same eyes staring directly into mine. I quickly grabbed my coffee and drove off as fast as I could. At this point, my heart is beating heavily in my chest as I drive. What is going on, I ask myself in the rearview mirror. The faint red light of the interior covering my face as I looked at myself. It's this drive. Every time I do something stupid like this, my mind always starts to play tricks on me. So I pulled my car over to the side of the road to compose myself quickly. I couldn't stop for too long, though. I had to make the drive this morning. I mean, it's kind of anticlimactic to go and surprise someone for their birthday if they aren't even there to get surprised in the first place. After I'd collected myself a little and finished up my coffee, I started to drive again. The lights on the road passing by again and again, the repetition drilling into my head, the white lines of the road skipping by over and over, the lone car zooming by on the other side of the median in a rhythmic beat. I swear that coffee had to have been decaf because it did not help fight my heavy eyelids whatsoever. I had no time to stop anymore, but I had to stay awake. As soon as that thought crossed my mind, I saw it again. That dang sign. Glowing bright red and blue. Limbo's. This time it was more than a need for coffee. I was determined to know why this one place seemed as though it was haunting me, following me, trying to lure me into it. I drove up to the old building. This time, I decided to park my car and walk in. "You came inside this time," the voice said as soon as it heard the bell of the door. I turned the corner, and standing at the register was the same woman, smiling, following my movements with her bright eyes. I stood still. "What is going on?" I said in a huffed tone. "Why are you following me? Who are you?" She started softly laughing to herself. "Oh, you always are my favorite customer. You always know how to make me laugh." I started to step backwards. "What are you talking about?" I said in a low voice. She stepped out from behind the counter and walked towards me. "You always are so polite. I just wish I could help you," she said as she gracefully glided across the tiled floor to stand directly in front of me, piercing me with those eyes. We both stood there for what seemed like hours before anyone spoke. "What is this place? Why am I—" "You don't remember?" "You never do." She cut me off. My world went black. I always hated the flickering of those highway lights. Over and over and over. All too distracting on a late-night drive like this. Ooh, oh, what is it? What's the story? Scary. Ooh, I'm scared. Did you like that one? Oh my god, so good. I love it too. Great talk. We've been having so much fun, haven't we? Reading all these stories, and they're so good. I wonder who wrote these. We should meet the author. Hi, I'm the author. That was stupid. Alright, are you prepared to get your pants scared off one more time? Alright. Alright, here we go. The last story is called It's Just the House Settling. Jessica had texted me earlier in the day asking if I was up to anything that night. I didn't have much to do except some homework to finish up, so I told her I could walk over after I was done with dinner. Spaghetti and meatballs, my mom's specialty. Anyways, I slipped on my shoes, grabbed my crumpled up jacket off the floor, and I headed out. She only lived like 5 houses down, but I couldn't go anywhere without putting my headphones in and listening to something. As I was walking down the cracked sidewalk, I thought I heard a noise, out of time with the music in my ears. I stopped and took out my headphones to listen for a second, to see if I could hear what it was. I waited for about 30 seconds, and I didn't hear anything, so I just brushed it off as something nature-y. When I got to her house, I rang the doorbell twice. It's something we always do at each other's houses, and it's like basically a tradition at this point. I could never just walk in, even though we've been friends like all of our lives. Her parents didn't like it. The door swung open as if on its own accord, and the lights were off in the house. "Jessica?" I questioned. "Are you there?" No response. She must be playing some sort of stupid trick on me, I thought, so I decided to walk inside. Completely expecting her to jump out from behind the door, I braced myself. Nothing. I stepped further into the house with an uncomfortable sense that something wasn't quite right. I looked around me and I started to smell something. I mean, her house always had a distinctive smell to it, but I never really thought much of it because, like, doesn't everyone's house have a certain smell you sort of become immune to? But this smell was slightly different, like something had been left out too long on the counter. I didn't want to go any further, but some force deep within my body commanded my legs to step deeper and deeper into the house. Deciding to figure out what that odd smell was, I made my way to the kitchen. I heard a slight shuffling and a covered breath coming from around the corner. I slowed my walk. Grabbing the candlestick from the hallway table, I prepared myself for the worst. My fingers gripped the edge of the wall as I slowly peered around the corner, and as boo! I instinctively swung the candlestick at the open air and Jessica ducked as quickly as she could, the blunt object barely grazing the top of her blondish hair. "Jesus Christ, I almost killed you!" I screamed. She just laughed. "I so got you. You should have seen the look on your face." I glared at her. "I hate you so much, Sum." Before I could finish my sentence, I heard what sounded like a muffled thumping noise. "Did you hear that?" I asked. "Huh? Oh, it's probably just the house settling. I mean, this house is pretty old. Am I hearing things today? Like, what is going on with me?" I looked at Jessica. "Did you do something with your hair? It looks different, kinda blondish. I thought you hated blonde." She looked startled. Oh, this? Yeah, I did this yesterday, I think. Hey, why don't we grab some popcorn and hang out, talk about boys, just girl stuff." Jessica never talked like this. Am I going crazy? What is going on? I mean, maybe the stress of finals are getting to her. Not really sure. And she might just have something she wants to talk about, but is too nervous to bring it up. She did that sometimes. I laughed. "Yeah, sure. Extra butter like we normally do?" "Definitely." We spent the night just watching trashy shows and downing popcorn by the fistfuls. I paused the TV. I swear I heard that same noise I heard when I walked in. "Okay, come on. You had to have heard it that time." "Dude, what are you talking about? It's the house, I swear. My parents tell me. It's just settling or whatever." Jessica tried to assure me. I collapsed back into the couch. Not really sure why it was that I kept hearing these random noises today. I probably needed more sleep. I didn't really get much in general anyways. Maybe I'm going crazy. Wouldn't that be exciting? Okay, local girl gone insane, sent to the loony bin. Community in shock. It would be the biggest news story this town has ever seen. I didn't see her eyes shiftily dart side to side. "Oh my god, yeah, that would be crazy," she said with a soft smile. The biggest news story this town has ever seen. Trailing off her thought. It was already pretty late and I had convinced myself that I needed more sleep. I mean, I didn't want to be the talk of the town when they carried me off in a straitjacket, "I think I'm gonna go. It's kinda late," I said as I walked over to put on my shoes. "Are you sure? We can totally do more stuff, My back towards the kitchen as I pulled on my jacket. When I turned around, she had a giant knife in her hand. "Whoa, dude! My parents made some cake. I was gonna cut us a couple pieces if you wanted." She seemed like she really wanted me to stay for some reason. "No, that's okay. I'm kind of full from Mom's spaghetti and meatballs," I laughed. "You know how much she always gives us." "Ah, yes. Mom's spaghetti and meatballs," she said in a soft, almost robotic voice. "Well, I guess you better be going then. You're acting real weird, Jess. You should get some sleep, too. You always let finals get the best of you." I buttoned up my jacket and threw her a peace sign as I left. "Just gotta relax. It's all gonna be okay. Trust me." I closed the door behind me, threw my headphones in, and cranked up my music like I always do. As I walked away, back turned to the house, and music so loud I could barely hear myself think, I missed the scene unfolding behind me. Up in the second-story window of the house, there she was, Jessica, with her brown hair, slamming her tied-up wrists as hard as she could into the window in front of her, her screams muffled by the t-shirt wrapped around her face. Her body was dragged to the floor, as if something had forcefully pulled her away from the frame. A figure with blondish hair appeared in the window, pulled the blinds down, and the lights went dark. I took my headphones out and stopped walking. I looked around at the empty neighborhood once again. Thinking I was just hearing things, I shrugged my shoulders, put my headphones back in place, and walked home. Ooh, oh my god. Ooh. Is this fun? We're getting in a spooky spirit. I love it. Ooh, did you like... Okay, tell me honestly, did you think those were good? Did you like the scary stories? Which one was your favorite? I just want to know. And if you have any critiques, let me know. I love a good critique. Like nicely though. Constructive criticism, not bullying. But you can't bully me if you want to. That's a whole nother story. It's fine. I laugh. And then I cry. I don't know, I thought it'd be fun to do that for like the spooky Halloween vibes because it's so soon, it's like the end of the month and you gotta like ramp up the spooky as it finishes like the season with like a big hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. And if you liked the video today, you know what you gotta do. You gotta subscribe to STEEERLING's Spooky Scary Story Corner. And you gotta like the video. And you gotta comment on the video so I can respond to you because I do that. And tell your friends about it. I don't know. I hope you have a great Halloween. Whatever you're gonna do. Let me know what you're gonna dress up as. Or what you're gonna do for Halloween, honestly. Just tell me in the comments below. I'm gonna be passing out candy. So if you happen to see a bald dude with no hair at the door, there you go. Say hi. It's me. I'll give you 2 pieces of candy. Alright. I hope you had a fun October, honestly, and just really enjoyed the spooky season. That's it. I don't know. Have a great day. Ooh.